Alright, I went and picked up the block from Mike's house. This overhead valve that we're working on here. It's been a while. He's probably had about a month and a half or so. But he's about 30 miles away from me, so that's like a 60-mile round trip. You know, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's why I didn't go pick it up sooner. But anyway, we got it back, and we're going to start working on it again. Now where I was at was the fins here. I was going to braze some pieces of metal here so I could start shaping the new fins. So what I'm going to do is we'll clean these fins up. You know, braze isn't like welding. Braze is more like gluing. You know, and you need some abrasive stuff for it to stick to. So I'm gonna rough these up a little bit and shape them. This here, I gotta make a few little cuts, make that fit a little better, and then this bottom one should be okay. But anyway, let me rough that up, and then maybe we'll do some brazing. All right. We cleaned that up and roughed it up so it'll take some braze, so that'll work good. But what I used was this pencil grinder, and this worked really good. And I couldn't have got in there without that. And I bought that with the patron money. I want to thank the patrons for contributing, because it really helps. You know, I think this was like $85. And I had some Amazon points, you know, on my credit card, so I was able to add like $40 to that out of my pocket. So we couldn't have done it without that. We appreciate the patrons. Plus the push rods. We bought the push rods and this hunk of steel. And these little engines, these cost a lot to make. So far, we're about $300 into this already, and we really haven't started. You know, Mike's got the head over there, and we had to buy a special cutter, you know, for the valves, and then another special ream for the valve stems to go in and stuff like that, the valve guides. But we couldn't build these without the patrons and the contributions, you know, with the shows and everything. And our buddy Steve, Carnot99, I want to thank him because he's going through a tough time right now, and he contributes a lot to us, and I hope you're feeling better, Steve. But let's continue with this, and I'll show you how nice this little pencil grinder works. Yeah, this thing is almost like a dentist drill. I got the carbide tip in there, and it'll go up to 60,000 RPMs. I don't need that much, but it's got a little on-off switch right here. Pretty cool. So let's see how it works. I think, let me see which one I got. Oh yeah, I'll start on this one right here. Can you guys see that? Let me move it over here for you. What, you got your ear protection on? Eye protection? You see, I wouldn't be able to get in here without this little thing. I wouldn't be able to get back here and over here. So this thing's going to come in handy. And then I cleaned these up and cut these to perfection. You got a little notch in them, and it'll fit right in there. So let's see if we can clamp one of them up and maybe do a little brazing. Alright, had a little change of plan here. I tried brazing the thing in there, but the little piece of metal was getting hot way faster than the block. You know, the block is just one big heat sink. So what I did is I don't know if you call it tinned on here. You call it tinned when you're soldering, but I put some braze on here and got it so it's all melted to the block and everything. Now I'll put the pieces back in place, and it'll just melt the braze together, and that should be a lot easier. So we'll see how that works. Okay, the block is upside down here, and I got the bottom one put on. That was the toughest one. But you can hear it's on there good. It ain't coming off. Looks like hell. Looks like hell, but don't let that bother you. That'll get all cleaned up. Now I'm going to flip the block over and Try and do these two other ones. I'm gonna weld them from the top. Braise them. I'm gonna braise them from the top. All right, got the second one on, and that's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. All right, now I'm gonna put the third one on and see how it turns out. Okay, got the last one on here, and all pretty sturdy. They look a little crooked, but if you look down here, they're actually not. They're pretty straight. So there's only gonna be a little bit, tiny little bit hanging out anyway, so you're not gonna see anything. But I do want to fill in these little crescents here. I'll probably just use a washer in there, but for now, let me see how long this is, and then maybe we'll put a little more on here, maybe not. Alright, I brazed two washers on the top here. Right here there was a crescent shape on both sides. That was where the valve seats actually were. And I found some washers that are the same thickness. I'm going to cut these anyway. I'm going to cut these right about... Oops, sorry about that. I was looking at... I'll probably cut them right about here. I'm doing this with my left hand, so I don't know how well this is going to come out. So all this is going to be cut off, and that'll just make that round again. Okay, yeah, I like the way it came out. Yeah, earlier when I was thanking people, I forgot to thank Vinny from Baggett's Corner, because he actually sent some money to feed us one night. He told me to feed the guys, because, you know, that usually comes out of my pocket. I feed them and give them drinks and all that stuff. So thanks, Vinny up there at Baggett's Corner. We appreciate that. He gave me specific directions, buy these guys some food. So that was cool. Alright, some of you are going to wonder why I didn't show you how to braise and stuff like that. You know, that just causes too much controversy in the comments and stuff, because everybody's a welder. Everybody's telling you, you know, you need a hotter flame, a colder flame, a neutral flame. You got too much gas, too much acetylene, too much oxygen, not enough oxygen. And then they start arguing in the comments and everything. I just do what works for me, you know. I get the flame that melts the brass or the brazing rod, and I'm happy. So, all right, maybe I'll cut these off, because they'll only take a couple minutes. And then see, once I cut the top at the right shape, then I can go to the next one, and they'll all be in the same shape. So, now let me throw you guys up on a tripod for now. Alright, I changed the cutting blade on there. There's my little Lennox 1.5. I changed it to a 3, that way it'll give me a little more control instead of trying to do it that way. Now let's see what it does. Let's see what we can do here. Got your hair protection on, your eye protection. Actually, this should be back here. This could cut faster, but I'm trying to control it more than I am cut through it fast. Okay, yeah, that came out pretty good. Now you're just there with a grinder, and It'll be perfectly round. Let me take you guys off of here and give you a better look. Hold on. Hold on, it's going to be a little rough. Alright, sorry about that. It had to be done. It had to be done. Okay, let me zoom in. You see that? I got the basic shape, that's all I wanted. Then what I can do, I'm going to do this left-handed. I can use that and just use that top one and use that to shape the next one, and then we'll just keep going down. Alright, this video is probably getting around 10 minutes or so, maybe a little more. Maybe what we'll do in the next video, I'll cut the rest of these off and then we'll round it and shape it and then clean it up and maybe start getting it ready for paint and stuff, because well, I don't know if I'm gonna, yeah, I think maybe we'll put it together first and then paint it. We'll see. I don't know, because there's nothing else that has to be done to this thing. Once I finish that, you know, everything else is working. All the rest of the work is going to be on the head, so I can actually paint this and then paint the head after we finish it. So, all right, I guess that's enough for this, eh? All right. See you later.